plan to make history here this evening.
What's going on, everybody? We're back, week 2. It's 2 weeks in a row that we've made it. The cat decided to join. Cat's still alive. How long these fuckers live? Forever? Can't seem to get rid of them. J-Man's back from the Pro Wrestling Pulse. This is not the Pro Wrestling Pulse. This is...
You can just say Justin on this one. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, whew. It's Justin, not J-Man anymore. I guess that's his other
I get
cool
to have
name.
a real name when
I'm a man!
What's up, kitty?
I mean, for reals.
This is a cat.
Oh, coming to you live from the basement in St. Louis. Can we say that?
It's the Pulse Dungeon.
The Pulse Dungeon. We're going to get right into this one. Like I said, we're going to try and keep these short and sweet. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I'm going to start with the Thursday night game, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, thanks to the St. Louis Rams. No more Ben Roethlisberger for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They still have a two-headed monster behind in the backfield, so that's a plus for them. They're actually underdogs at home. The Ravens can't win shit, and their elite quarterback, what's his name again? I can't fucking. I'm drawing a blank.
Joe Fuckface.
Joe Flacco says I'm the elite quarterback. I'm actually going to give this to the Ravens -3. Michael Vick is now the starting quarterback for your Pittsburgh Steelers.
A lot of people are shitting on him too.
I
don't know.
I forgive him for killing dogs. I forgive him. He served his time. He still has a problem. He turns the ball over way too much. I think the Baltimore Ravens will be able to capitalize on this.
A lot of people forgot. Guess who beat Pittsburgh last year when he was on the New York Jets?
Michael Vick is another year older. He's not
another year older. What does that even mean?
He's not as fast.
He's better than he literally is better than 25% of the starting quarterbacks starting on fucking current.
Name them now.
Anything on Cleveland. Anything on Cleveland. Anything in Washington.
Isn't Johnny Football in Cleveland?
Okay,
Boom.
no.
Gotcha.
No.
Argument's over.
No, it's not. And I could list even more.
I rest my
to
case.
Fucking go on and on.
Anyway, I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens. The over-under on this is 44. Go ahead and give me the under. I look for, whenever these teams get together, a sloppy game. Thursday night, short rest for everybody. I just don't see a lot of scoring, so give me the under on that at 44.
Go Pittsburgh. Mike Vick's going to shut some people up. First one I'm doing, even though we're all cold stout on this edition. Didn't even recognize it.
Reggie Wayne.
My Colts, unfortunately, kind of sucking dick this year, and Andy Luck just needs to get on track or something. Had a little bit better outing last week against Tennessee, but I'm actually going to take Jacksonville to cover 9.5 at Indy. These division ones usually seem to be a little bit closer. 9.5 seems pretty big. Jacksonville's already got to win the season. They got totally ass-pounded last week against New England, which is to be expected. But Indy's just shaky, just all around. Their defense is bad. Andrew Luck's obviously great, but, with injuries to T.Y. Hilton, Andre Johnson not kind of getting into the system yet. Frank Gore turned it around last week and actually had a really good game. He'll probably have a pretty good game this week, too. But Jacksonville, they could kind of stick into some games, and I think this could be one they could stick into. I still have Indy winning this game, but I think that Jacksonville could cover the 9.5.
Next up for me, I don't know why. I like the Buffalo Bills. I've never been a Bills fan in my life.
I'm a Bills fan. We got to respect it.
I like what they're doing. Holy shit. I mean, after sitting here watching shit football 20 miles to the east of us here since 99.
That's why just find new teams. You don't have to be handcuffed to the team that you're just...
Pretty soon we get to pick. We'll be free agents ourselves.
I'm already...
Fuck you, Stan Kroenke.
I already jumped on some.
I like what the Buffalo Bills are doing. I like them defensively. Oh my God! And even though Eli has done a better job this year protecting the ball, I don't know. Has he thrown an interception yet this year?
Oh, I'm sure he has.
I don't know if he has or not, but I know in the first 2 games I think he's actually protected the ball pretty good. So
yeah, he's played better.
I can't remember.
T-Mobile.
I just like what they're doing. I think the Giants are going to get run over by the Bills. I think their Bills are legit, and until they run into the Patriots again.
But that was still, they made it semi-close.
Give me the Bills -6 at home. I like the Bills.
Yeah, I would take the Bills too. I think Eli's going to have a really bad game in that one. My next one I'm kind of tossing up on. I'm going to go with Carolina. They're favored by 3.5 going to Tampa. I'm going to take Carolina in that game. I like Carolina's defense. They just got Jared Allen in the last couple days too in a trade from Chicago. It's like Chicago is just like dumping everybody else. There's talks of Alshon Jeffrey and Matt Forte getting traded too. Just restarting there and retooling in Chicago. But Carolina, Cam Newton's playing great. He had an awesome game last week against just shitty-ass New Orleans, obviously, without Drew Brees and everything there. But yeah, defense solid. Jameis Winston is still, shaky as being a rookie. He started finding some strides and starting to obviously get Mike Evans back. That's huge. And targeted him a shit ton. You still got Vincent Jackson. Doug Martin's okay-ish. He really hasn't done shit. But their defense is pretty good. But I'm going to take Carolina here. I think they're going to, it'll be between them and Atlanta taking the South this year. But I'm going to take Carolina favored by 3.5. Going to Tampa.
How many games you doing this week?
I don't care. I could pick all of them if you want to. I don't give a shit.
You're so fucking
What does it
hard.
matter? I'm not betting on anything. I could pick whatever the hell
Hey,
ones
we've
I want.
actually got money in our account, so.
Well, true. Well,
We do.
Oh,
you know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm doing 4, so
I can do 4.
I'm going to do an over-under on this next one, too. The next one I've got here is the Green Bay Packers, who go ahead and just put them in the Super Bowl with the Patriots. I mean, do we really have to play the rest of the fucking season right now?
Yep.
To me, they're clearly the two
But that
best
always
teams.
isn't it always what it looks like every single season, and then it's like, oh, Seattle starts playing well towards the end of the year. And then,
Fuck it. I'd rather see those two teams. Just
oh,
go
that's
head-to-head
the
and
Super Bowl. It should have been the last 3
Yeah.
years.
I've got the Packers going 9.5 against the Niners. I think the Niners are in trouble.
Colin Kaepernick, another one that Vic's better than.
Oh my God!
Piece
Somebody
of
on
shit.
Twitter did something about a Colin Kaepernick game controller. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. It was like, the first 4 buttons over here were just stare down first receiver, stare down first receiver, stare down first option, stare down first option. The other one was like where beats get fucking. It was fucking
How
hilarious.
about start button, restart, different quarterback?
Yeah, Green Bay Packers. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt, the Green Bay Packers might go undefeated. Oh my God, that clinic they put on last night was just awesome.
They got a
Even at 9.5 points on the road, that's fucking crazy to me. Go ahead and give me the Packers. I believe in Aaron Rodgers. All hail Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'd take that one too. I'm trying to do ones that are.
Oh, and give me the over on that game at 49. I think the Packers will probably throw up.
Right, we got 40.
The Packers might throw up 30 on their own. I think
Yeah.
that there's a backdoor cover in there as fucking San Francisco kind of tries to climb back in it. Same way that the Chiefs did last night. Chiefs were out of that game, but yet if you looked at the score, they lost by
Garbage
10,
points.
I think. Yeah,
Yeah, they get
that
garbage
that
points.
fucking bullshit.
Did you see that Randall Cobb got another touchdown after you went
I did.
upstairs too?
I
It's like,
shut it
Jesus.
down. Jason had a victory.
Finally got on the board.
Finally
There
got
you
on the
go.
board. Jason he had Randall Cobb and Aaron Rodgers. All hail Aaron Rodgers.
My next one, I'm taking the Oakland Raiders covering 3, going to Chicago. Chicago, oh my God, are just terrible. They got totally shut out in Seattle last week, which anybody could probably expect.
Alshon Jeffrey's hurting them. Of course, no Jay Cutler either.
Well, no Jay Cutler having, your backup play there. Matt Forte can't do everything for you, so having some help on the outside, if Alshon Jeffrey can play this week, that would probably help. I think Matt Forte will have a good game in this one, but Oakland, man, they're like sneaky. I actually really like this team. David Carr.
It could be a St. Louis
Derek
team.
Carr. David Carr. Derek Carr, obviously, getting under, getting finally.
It's because you went and saw Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking gangster.
That's right.
Well, I like the Raiders now. Fucking NWA.
No, they just got a lot of solid players. I like a lot of the young core they have. Amari Cooper is a stud wide receiver. He's going to be great for years to come. He's going to be one of those, stud fantasy wide receivers. Sure.
It's too bad they're run by idiots.
Well, true. But Latavius Murray, who's an awesome running back, he's great, getting under. So it's just a lot of this young core, just finally getting comfortable with what what's going on here and the system and everything like that. But Amari Cooper having a great game last week against Cleveland. Look for the same here. Unfortunately, I think my buddy Ryan is going to be playing Amari Cooper against me this week in fantasy. I'm not looking forward to that because I think he's going to have a good game. But I'm taking Oakland here. Just young core that is just a really solid team right now. I got a good win going to Cleveland, which is pretty tough sometimes because it's tough defense, it's a tough place to play. But going to Chicago this week, I don't think it's going to be very tough for them. Which is crazy to say for the Oakland Raiders, but Chicago is just fucking terrible right now until they get colored back. But I'll take Oakland in that one.
And the last one for me, our St. Louis Rams. They travel to Arizona to play the fucking
Give him
what the fuck team in Arizona. That fucking shit is just what I mean. Did Carson Palmer?
Did you not see how they started last year?
Yeah,
they were like
but
undefeated last
fucking
year.
Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald. They look like they fucking found the fountain of youth in the desert.
Yep.
Holy cow. I mean, it just blows me away the way they're playing and the way their offense is just kicking. Same old problem for the St. Louis Rams. They have no offense right now. They have no playmakers. When Kenny Britt is granted, Kenny Britt had a lot of talent when he came in the league, but off the field shit just made him kind of go off into the sunset. He came here, was supposedly supposed to be the mentor. God forbid you bring in a guy like this as a mentor. Todd Gurley came and made a big impact last week. I think in 6
He lit the turf on fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And on top of everything else, the stuff we got to go through here in St. Louis, you just don't understand. Stan Kroenke tried to burn down the fucking stadium last time. 50,000 Steeler fans in there. He almost burned them down. Then he realized they had to put it out real quick because of the Steeler fans. I was like, Kroenke tried to burn the stadium down. That's how bad he wants out right now. Lance Kendricks caught a ball, had a ball, would have been a touchdown, would have won that game, and he lost it in the lights. Blaming the stadium again. More reason to get the fuck out of here. It's just, I think it's a big conspiracy now. But anyway, the St. Louis Rams are a +7. But I'm not going to take that +7. I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals -7. I really think there's enough offense there. Like I said, the defense for the Rams is improved. There's just no movement on the offensive side of the ball. Nick Foles, I actually like him better than Bradford, which that's another fucking story. I think the whole league now is in on to make Bradford a quarterback. That fucking shit last week, Brandon Marshall's. How many times do you see a fucking established wide receiver getting tackled go like, fuck it, I'm going to try and fucking lateral the ball to keep this play going? You never see that. Turns into a fucking thing. They lose by 7 points, and that's just, oh, God.
Are you all right?
Oh, I just could not believe the whole. If it wasn't for Darren Sproles and the fucking Philadelphia defense, fucking Sam Bradford had an average fucking game for a shitty quarterback.
There's Mike Vick, another one. He's better than Sam Bradford.
Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent. Wait, give me the Arizona Cardinals -7. Too much offense.
I take Arizona in that one too. The way they started that game last week was insane. I have never seen a game start with 2 interceptions for touchdowns.
Yeah,
the first 2 fucking passes were pick sixes. What?
That's going to be a problem for Nick Foles, who's made a couple bad passes.
Arizona they have a really good team, but a tough defense, and they're hard to play at Arizona.
And there's just no wide receiver. I think the best wide receiver the Rams have right now is Brian Quick, and he can't even get on the field supposedly because he can't learn the new offense. Oh, anyway, the offense for the Rams is in a shambles. The over-under on that's 43. Go ahead and give me the under. I really think it's going to be all Arizona. 30-10. That's what about the score I figured. If the Rams can score 10.
So. My last one, I guess. I'm going to take Denver. They're favored by 7 at home against Minnesota. Minnesota is a great team at home, but obviously, as we saw in Week 1, going to San Francisco and just getting destroyed. And obviously, this is their first, or the second road game, so you can't really go off of that. But I just think they're a different team. They were the same way last year too. At Minnesota, it's a little bit different than when they travel on the road. Teddy Bridgewater, I think he's going to struggle. Denver's defense is one of the best in the league. They have a ton of talent on the outside, obviously, with Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware and Aqib Talib. Yeah, Aqib Talib, he's on that team. But yeah, I'm taking Denver here. I think they started to find the stride last week against Detroit. I just don't understand this whole philosophy of bringing in a new coach and having implement his system in Peyton Manning's last year. And he's like, trying to get a system in there. You're gonna have a different quarterback next year. That makes no fucking sense. And when we saw what happened in Kansas City on that final drive where they ended up winning the game,
football,
everything worked.
Is a team game though. He has to teach
Peyton
everybody
Manning is
that
team.
Peyton Manning will be gone. Like you just said, there were however many guys were on the fucking field at the same time.
Okay, but can you not say that their best opportunity isn't having Peyton Manning call that offense?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, then end of
discussion.
Start your new.
Hey, Peyton, stop making commercials and stop being a shitty quarterback. And
He's
by the
not
way,
a
he had a very average game until that last fucking 4 minutes.
Giant fucking horse ass Peyton Manning doing stupid rollouts opposite of his body and shit. When do you see Peyton Manning rolling out the rollout
anywhere?
That's their offense. That's what they have him doing. It's stupid. But when you have Peyton run the offense, everything works and everything clicks. You look at the final drive that they did in Kansas City, and they went and won that fucking game. Because what did he do? He forces their best player. He forces Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, and they got down there and they won the game with Peyton, doing the no huddle and doing his fucking offense.
They got to get their running backs working some way or another. If that's the offensive line problem.
I don't think it's them getting it working. They try to get it to work, but the talent, I just don't think it's...
Hillman and Anderson are sucking this year.
I think if they had Hillman in there, he would do better than Anderson.
Yeah.
I think Anderson's a giant
But if
bust.
it's a problem with the line, they got serious problems. Peyton can't avoid shit.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's... I don't know. Just talent, whatever the wise. But I'm going to take Denver here to cover the 7. I just think it's going to be a tough day for, Minnesota's offense. Obviously, Peterson will get what he gets, obviously, with how great he is. But everything else, the passing game, I think will suffer. And if you can just only lean on, Peterson, you could stack the box and go up against it. And, if Denver starts to get ahead, then they got to throw, and it just gets worse from there. So I look for them to continue their stride and to looking like, the Peyton Manning Denver Broncos that they look like, obviously last year and stuff like that. I look for them to continue those strides here and cover the 7 at home against Minnesota.
All right, that's all we got. Like I said, we're going to try and keep these short. Before we get out of here, we're gonna kind of start adding new things here and there. We're doing it right now.
Didn't know.
Here's our straight up picks of the week. Go win an office pool. Yeah, we're scrolling up. Write them down quickly because I'm not encouraging you can always rewind. As we get going further into this, we might do like an ultimate fantasy team. I think more than gambling, he's into the fantasy part. I'll be honest with you, I have Brian do all the bets. Like we had a few $100s into the account, and I just don't care. We win money, great. I told him when we get to a couple grand, we'll take some money out and go party or something like that. So anyway, that was our straight up picks of the week. Go check out all the other YouTubers. They're better than we are. Robert. Check out Robert. Sports Show 536. 72. NFL picks. That's your uncle. That's his favorite uncle. Anyway, all right, from Minnesota or Indianapolis, Reggie Wayne and
Go Colts.
Is that the problem with the Colts? Reggie Wayne and his fucking 7.540 that he runs now. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.